a multi-million dollar mining contract. Ansana abaino edeba bonten se adwuma bi sei aba beto ho. De pese o meye adwuma na se de wo ahofama so be se adwuma no bi o meye bi no. Eba ne sen na Ibrahim Mahama nsa eka sa contract no ansana aban no eka ho asem. Eba ne sen na 24-hour economy no home market no home adwa hodo a Mahama se oba besi no ekoso Ghana buying 220 billion Ghana cedis. Contract no yede ma no ya ma kwan ama obia ama se opa adwuma na ye na mom and this ya buy na select companies ya omubetumi edo mo nkrata akwa aban anim so mo pesa adwuma no bia ti scan ye 220 billion Ghana cedis. Eba ne saying na me se bi se wasem foforo ene ye bisa nsem a media e wo Ghana, the mainstream media sabio omusuro so mbebisa sa questions no enene ras media me bisa me sisu biem me say eba ne sem na Ibrahim Mahama ne nsaka the mining site contract no ansana bind the bar bonten say ekwan da ho de betumi bia no ome eye den emra so be ye adwuma ne bi eba ne sen ena 24-hour economic market na Mahama si o si no Ghana man mu nyina no banye twa 220 billion cedis so de ye adwuma no eba ne sen ena sa adwuma no enipa ndi si aban pe ena ye de mo ena ye bisa nsem na ye bisa ne ye nsem a sabio the mainstream media e Ghana no omusuro so mbebisa asem we but ene ras media asem we me bisa nemo akwaba e de oba ras media eso channel we ye channel ye de kan nokre enokre nko a ena ye ka ada se nokre na ye ka no eye our comfortable zone anase enye our comfortable no zone ene ye ko ye be ababe kasa e de fa yewura Mahama na administration no eho ene intimaso se bo modern a na tie me ye pa ene nsema me no ba be kan me nwa ba di ma enye NDC MPP asem me pesa asem we ento utimu fita ansa na ebe she program na se ahase enye MPP NDC asem na ye de ene ye ne ha no efa Ghana ho efa wo sika ho ene wo wankasa wo daachi a ede wanim eno ho nsem na ene ye ba beka enye MPP NDC abusuatie mi ye pa yewura Mahama ba akonwa mu anase oba aban mu maame yestake ba de maame mo akwaba yewura Mahama ba akonwa mu anase oba aban mu ne nsem ode ba ye de na oka nyina ne se oyobi a saa second coming we ya oba ide obeye obi obebu akonta e de akire Ghana fo pa yeyina nim se yewura Mahama efre yewura Kufuado se oye kromfo oye corrupt o kan sembebre e de fa yewura Kufuado ho yewura Mahama ka asem we de kire Ghana fo esan kan kire Ghana fo se ono no jo Mahama de oye different odane ene Kufuado a oye corrupt but ene dia na eko e wo man mu where evidence ya be go abontene where evidence ya be go abontene se jo Mahama ne na ban omobokro no sansa miensa we am boss so kire we eye the bigger scandals sisi am no kasai ababesie e we yura jo Mahama na administration we yen chase sesei na meso se tenase na memmo wonkomo kakra se sabio nyadagye na trase na menu nyina yenni komo na yemfa adwene na yensepesepe nsem num na yenye den yenko yenim ensem na yeka na oha no bia no ni ho a eya asem bi a yebu yetim na yeka wo yemu yetim kura na yeka ensem a asie na ensem yensa na medikan ka kire wo no mepese ye nikan enhya ase emfiri yewura John Mahama niwia Ibrahim Mahama kwanya ofa so a nensa eka the mining site da mango mining site no yenhya ase emfiri ho na temase how John Mahama's administration is dangerous to Ghana's democracy. Number 1, Yewura Ibrahim Mahama, yenyine nim se oye Yewura John Mahama, ni nwia prekope, omufiri yafunu ba akom, omu ye moja kro. Tiemi yepa. Da etoso dunson, ewo bosome miensem, ewo afi wem. Tiemi ye. Ghana newspaper bi ba abontembe kan se penyina ohwe Ghana ye minerals ohwe so mfa ne se ye nneema ehihya asase ase ohwe so journalist to be ka kire ne se san nipa na ka kire ne se Ibrahim Mahama the strategic investor omo pese omo mfa mining site bi emma no journalist no ene be ka assembly okano on the 17th of March 2026 fatu tim ehun hia sanso na say ba obeke say na problem ben na ewo ho problem ho pa tiem ye asem how na ewo mu no afi na me bo so akire me say on the 17th ena journalist BT say Ibrahim Mahama na ye obi a he de sa dam mango mining site no ye de ba be ma no but how na ewo mu na asem no ba bi en to asum na odwene ho otim se koro no bo ekoso ewo and this amanyoko num ne and this aban no ne nkyɛnse sia ne se Ghana aban 24th of March 2026 and on the beto abontene se da mango mining site hono Ghana ni bi owotumi owo akwanya so betumi amine bia no emra no maybe so bia mine no mo nso omo ahwehwem so se fata yes attended on the 24th of March and aban eka ma Ghana fo nyina ni investors e wo wiase nyina etiye enti asem na mi bisa on ne se eba ne sen ena Yewura Ibrahim Mahama edi kanti ye anase eba ne sen na journalist na etumi bie na no ka in 17th March say Yewura Ibrahim Mahama na ye the strategic investor here this mining site ne kwa akoma no nambom aban announced to the public only on the 24th of March 2026 Abuja there is 1 week difference 7 days you know the difference bra Ibrahim Mahama ebeye aware to be the potential investor in that mining site no it take another 7 days answer na public no it is ade bi sa eda ho enti asema me bi sa on say odwene say we sa asem we eko eye coincidence ana da bi enye coincidence we kire say Ibrahim Mahama and the Minerals Commission the CEO of the Ghana Minerals Commission omoboko suata fre enti de na omoye no wo table so bia no Ibrahim Mahama was aware sa de we na broni frɛ ne conflict of interest a Ghana yemra nimpon ana ye constitution na kire say anytime, any public office holder, a man for betimianya perception, say there is an issue of conflict of interest, biano, sa nipa nyanya day, yempam no free, where biogina bia. And then, we ye cre said Ibrahim Mahama and John Mahama, because they are brothers, there is conflict of interest. And the Mahama Bayan in Libiano, he's making sure that to goes into the favor of his own brother. These were the people now abroad multi opposition no more team corruption. But then Ghana ni a wo hwe metem yie. Saa nkrofo no omo ene tie akonwa so na niwia ababeye multi-billion-dollar mining contract deal. Aene ono ana obeye dey obedi so mfaso. Man nwene say ye coincidence. O yesa wo yira dabi enye coincidence. We a strategic manner of state capturing and or more. Ibrahim Mahama and Busua, John Mahama, they are taking the country's future into their own pocket. Now, let's go deep into the real issue. Asemuya Mekachire we are just one of the three scandals. Ibrahim Iwiya John Mahama na banwe aye den aye nipa enkasa emfa ho but sese twen na tie me ye pa na men kasa mfa the 24-hour economy money no ho trase na twen me na me no ni nkomo because the me ba be kasa fa ho no ebema wo moja aye den ebema wo moja ebema wankasa omoja ahuru ewo mu ansana mewie de me ka kire na mawie. Now let's go to the second part of the reason why we are here today. Now ensem no bi o ha kan Ghana man mu a amanfo entekini serious, but these are very 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 dangerous for a certain president to involve himself. Abusia, the second issue that I want to talk about, the 24-hour economy market. A scandal kesepa. The 24-hour economy. One of the biggest John Mahama campaign promise. Utia, I say Sando wa dream kama, right? You say you be market 24 hours. You see mabunu ebenye jumaye. You see Ghana edwedie ebeko na nim na besan so aya dwen kese e de ama Ghana mai. But na me no ka say the asem e no bon kan kire wo. Ene de they are talking about the 24-hour economy market. Toma Mahama bansi oba besi marketing kwa 276 across the country. Sajuma we yo oba be no tie me ye pa tie ni ye no wan wi na for wani so. Sajuma we yo oba be no company omo be ye adwuma no eye nkrofo a aban mom na ama omo akwanya. Enti se we company bi na John Mahama ne nkrofo ama wakwanya se osokwa na kwahwehwe adwuma ne bia. Untumi nko ho se okwa akwahwehwe. Enti broni kasam yesi restrictive tendering. Temiye pa. Asikira ne se sa adwuma no sa contract 276 market ne ba besi e wo Ghana man mu nyina no. Companies on be sa adwuma no. Aje so mo ye companies so mo ye NDC for nkrofo. Enye sa don't go there. They will never give you any of that contract. That is what Mahama want to tell you. And that is where the scandal is. Now maybe sa wasem. What be sa say sa market no mobile besi no. Ne bo say. According to John Mahama na aban nsɛm a ɔmo aka ne ɔmo nsɛm a ɔmo kasa de fa ho no ɔmo kyerɛ sɛ ka ɛyɛ ɔfɛ ne dan market biara no market biara according to what they are talking about they say every market is going to cost around from 15 to 22 million Ghana cedis. For Sasikano, from 15, I say 15 million to 22 million for each market. Yemfane, so the Yemfane 20, Yemfane 20, around the Yemfane 15. Multiply it by 217. Ebemau, Sikano, Ghana Sikano kwa 220 million, 20 billion, billion Ghana cedis. Now 220 million billion Ghana cedis, you know. Mahama buying say, Nkrofo mbaye sa adwuma no. Woye Ghana ni na wonya ndisi ni a sa adwuma no wonya binye. Eye scandal kese. Eye scandal kese pa. Ghana for moma money emra sanse mweso. Now listen. Say yen what is the meaning of restrictive tendering? As Chinese say, sa contract no. Yemfa enkoto ho se obia mra se obepa adwuma no bia ne ahwema hu enipa ose fata match so be adwuma da Mahama se entesa na mmom no ono no jo Mahama ne nkrofo no omo a na decide enkrofo a omo se fata so mbetumi impo no abase adwuma no munya bi omo beye. We are talking about 220 billion Ghana cedis. Esika kese pa. Esika kese pa. Na sa esika no, yewura Mahama say, agye sa NDC for mo ye contractors nkwa no benya sa adwuma no bia ye. Woye obi a wonye party affiliated. Say woye obi a wonye party affiliated a sa contract ro enko ho so okope bia ye. Enti say if Mahama is deciding whom he's going to give that $220 billion contract to, it is a danger and it is a sign of corruption. They are pushing the money with only one direction, and DC men in pocket. Mimia nyameche memoakwaba. Sansuna mimia ba estake badima. Also memoakwaba yepa. Yento aso na yenye den. Yenko yanim. Hey, abusia ya semo Mahama sema dene Mahama dear Papa we I don't know why people just went there to vote for him. Just like that. People went there to vote for this man. Just for that. And as some na maybe so I was show you one and say. Sankrofona Mahama say omon kwa ne betumi abasa omon pesa adwuma no biaye no omo ye hefo wabisa wo if the tendon is restrictive enye the Ghana for ne ye bisa yura Mahama ene ndisi aban ne say sa companies na mo salete omo say they are the only people that they can tender to do that jobs no mpacho omu free he ukofa omu free he munim omu wo he mumra na mo country because what you guys are doing me with my common sense and my small knowledge a bon wo me hwenem se proye ne kankan bi eye den koso wo ho na unim dia ya sa ban we sa papa we na country say he is going to fight against proye kankan ene katase Saba na osi okokun katase proye ne kankan no yesa nipa na ena ene otia konwa mu a saa kro no bo we nyina ekoso a wayi nani a onkasa emfa ho enipa na oso oba beko atia sabio proye ne kankan no yesa nipa no ena sabio ene ote ho a ni breso krono ne kankan pa de bon krono kese a from the executive side no ono na ehwe so na mesro say so I hear me video ya duro ana say de me ye wani je ho ti mesro say bo modern na like video no unsubscribe yen so a na wa subscribe to the channel na obeka abusuako no ho Tony Mary ne mo akwa aba wo de kan de obeka wi a mekan ni nyina e de ama yen to aso na yen koyanim. Now let's go to the third topic that I was talking about. The big push road contract. See, I can say the big push road contract na otiba bia. The obadwene say, hey, big push way there. You be push car kwan bia e wo Ghana. Ama nipa ho aton e wo na kwantuo mu ene na koro ne na bam. But me that big push contract or the big push road contract agenda no a full of corruption and corrupt deals. A full of corruption and corrupt deals. And to say na me church room na what ma say ye. No kure pa Ghana buying, Ghana mine, Ghana niba, Ghana mine da hono. Ye hia ka kwan esapa. Saade we no de obi pia ni ho a oye den. O ji ho achinje, but timi ye. Timi kwan ye omo fa so omo de sa ka kwan no ho contract no. Kwan ye omo fa so a omo de ma sabi o contract so omo kwan esa adwuma no. That is what you have to listen very well. Semunyi na mobeka ya. Yewura Mahama ankasa bie na numu kan se. Ono ankasa na numu asemo wo se the big push contracts no were not given out. Say Yewura Mahama kese big push ka kwan contract no yamfa megua bontre se obi ame contest ya. The opposite nkyere ne se anye competitive tendering. Adwumaku ahodo ankoso omo nkopɛ sa adwuma na ye omo ankasa ene select another contractors a omo di adwuma no ma won se bronika se competitive tender as it ne say adwuma yofo ahodo companies ahodo ba se omo pa adwuma na ya obi aka de obegyew na wo aban no watena se aye ntotoye ne ntotoye aye calculation addition and subtractions na wahu saa companies na ewo no kwan ena ne bo ene ne quality of road oba abaye ma no ebeye den ene ne efata so de adwuma no be ma no. But by what we are talking about no ene de Yewura Mahama ankasa bi na numa aka no kire say saa contract na omode ma ye on the big push agenda no saa contract ni nyina no yesesa ye ene ye de ma the NDC contractors, NDC MPs, NDC MCs, NDC DCE for party chairman, party district organizer, and I the contract, and the contract. In fact, and a man for kita contract or more contractors. Hey, very Jacopo. JBO. A man for kita contract or munsem, but they don't have even a wheelbarrow to construct 1 kilometer of road. Now, so John Mahama, the contract now, they are pushing the money all in one direction. My mentor has not team as ye didn't and make us a fast same way home. Say a buying country or say the contract a man for so monkoya better 1 year competitive tender. Actually said the person is not transparent. Just say onye no kure kafo oni no kure ni bukum enye fita ni buku na ankasa no odi yesa de oye no emu nye fita eni ntia wanye ni competitive na mbom no ofre ne nkrofo ede ma omo Now, I was on TSC, say that big push agenda, no, we are talking about 73 billion Ghana cedis contract of road. I have for an asasika way a como a bottom. Bisa na you one say contract no ye de ma for abra yamfa ma bontema obian to me am a contest bidia any bisa ho say who are those people that they have given those contracts to. Yento aso na yenko yanim. Ghana na ye wo ho no bra your contractors or munima juma. Contractors were munima juma. I would another presso. What he preferred was to provide a juma to Ghanaian made companies. Said the Baya Sagana for no more or Mubenya Numa Fira by Mrombet I am pro and quada. Na juma about my numa among for Bia. But you are Mahama and are buying. Because they are doing friends and family government, the contracts are given to either foreigners or people who don't have the capacity to do the job that is supposed to be done. Now, Tiasem Yepa. 1 kilometer of these roads is costing between 1 kilometer of that road no more a new road of Fene from zero to finish to Atfato. You're just going to do the surface. 1 kilometer of road is costing 16 million to 25 million Ghana cedis for surface dressing, not a new road. Surface dressing, a road that will last for 25 to 30 years if you are lucky. And they are spending 25 million per a kilometer of road. Just a kilometer of road, no. I surface, no. Ye trika, ye kwano, ye yigates, ye bibia. Akasi ye de saf kota and ankase kogusu anana manache no. NDC government is telling Ghanaians to say, Saka kwano sano. 1 kilometer biano, omo de beji Ghana for 25 million Ghana cedis. Just a kilometer of road. But where you can, Obibeka say na, enfame ho. What I need is that my road is being done. But bra, bianes kana de yes aka akwa no. Ye ni year in kebetum dia ye 7 times of that road. Temiye. Sa 25 million Ghana cedi per kilometer of road no. Eye wu sika o. Enye Mahama sika. Eye mene wu ye sika. Ena amanfo edi ni nyofo. That is what I'm talking about it. Eye to a ye tua de ma aban. Eye to a ye tua de ma aban. Ena aban ne spending it say nsuo. Ena aban no edi chairman nkrofo. Ena aban ne nam kickback nti. Odi sika ne chairman nkrofo. No competition. We NDC contractor oba na the amount. Ese jeko we NDC ni. Ye the contract ne man nkrofo a omoni aka de so mbeye sa adwuma no. Nkrofo omoni the merit to be awarding such contract. But we are giving to them just because they are part of the friends and family government. Now let's go in. Winning baby, the saddest part of this story is say agenda 111, agenda 111 eye apomudene nipa da sani wonkwa eho ne gina no ana na do danko Kufuor ne start you know. About 80 of them, many of them, yes, mananko kodru ohanchichemu aduo wotwe, especially in the Asante region. In the Asante region, agenda 111 hospitals, they are almost done. They are almost done. akasa yebe den yebe finish. But saban we ya abayi ni priority de ehu hia no de odwene ho but bi person spend the sika no mfa nkone ne say oyi 220 billion so kwakosi at 24-hour economy market across the country. The ehu hia do Mahama ne say obeyi 73 billion. Now the chairman in Krofo so munkonkoye big push agenda. Abra sabio hospital a yedi enkura abekuma kosa omo yade hospital yedi ayarefo beko akosa won yade hospital yedi apemfo ema ebeko yakwa akosa omo yade no sa hospitals no ye jai agumurem ene yeyi yani ena ye spend sika to say nsuo on unnecessary things. Ninkese ka kwan hu hia o ka kwan hu hia pa ka kwan hu hia but untimi nkonko yi ka kwan a wo ye only surface nko a wo dress surface nko a at a cost of 25 million Ghana cedis for a kilometer of road. This is the biggest stealing government that we have ever had. Now, we saw three scandals when you have different topics. I mean, joining in together, what is actually happening under this Mahama's administration. Point one, Edikai. Ibrahim Mahama is directly connected to the Minerals Commission office. CEO not at the Mineral Commission. On Ibrahim Mahama, and so there is an issue of conflict of interest. That 276 24-hour economy market now. Yede man enkrofo andi si aban pese omo no munye dwuma no asa okani nyina aboma eye 220 billion Ghana cedis no ayede ama contractors ya omonni akande so omba esa adwuma no e kire wo say there is no accountability in that contract. Yento aso na yekwe ni the third one bacho temiye pa. The third one, the big push road contract. 73 billion Ghana cedis awarded with that proper competitive tendering at a cost that should make every Ghanaian ask serious questions. Temiyepa, sa big push road na ye no. Ebo na ye de ma aka kwan no per kilometer no. Aye 25 million Ghana cedi per kilometer of road no. Ne bonnet tenedodo eno na ehu behia saw ye Ghana ni ba bisaban no. How come all this money just for dressing, surface dressing? No, surface dressing. Me, I'm not against Mahama because so yeah in this ni, and I'm not against even development. Me penkoso se Ghana buying yeah juma Ghana mine koso. I like that and I will prefer to congratulate him. I'm only against corruption of the process. When you move fast or the contract no ema amamfo ni the price omo edema kilometer no eno ena I go against it. I also go against using public money like a personal ATM. The michri NSA buying bana obe you so mine sika to say my obi personal ATM or kwa bro pebia no akwa ko yisika. Emfa ho ene aban anase party a oti akonwa so. If these things goes on, I will still talk about it. Say young people kura na tipa etiso I will talk about this. I think say Ghana mine hear something better than what John Mahama and his people are doing. Yes, Ghana deserve better. And you also know you deserve better than what John Mahama is doing. If you agree with what I'm saying, if you agree with what I'm saying today, and the mechanics will say like a video, no share mommy. Let Ghanaians talk about this, because when we talk and when enough of us know the truth, that is when things begin to change. This is Rush Media, and yeah, we are going for the second part of the what them call editorial of the day.
Bank of Ghana, there's a report said more operational costs for last year, no, Omaboka over 15
Hello.
billion cedis.
Pronto.
Then I walk out.
Edika no, they all say Ghana phone in RTSC say Bank of Ghana accounts na omewie no. Omo fem back to abontin. Wom the common majority for say omo be propaganda mfa. Na propaganda na mfa. The akoso ne say afi 2025 na niema bi a Bank of Ghana here no ma boka 15 billion Ghana cedis. Na ubekaya 2023 Bank of Ghana boka 10 billion. Abra ho twene ba ya omo ko etia no omo boka 10 billion. NDC phone ne homo abem no. Omo say eye krono kese akoso na Governor Addison no o say a permanent jumem. Fa omampani ba no say criminally mismanaged. And omo ma boka 15 billion ti den yen kanjiro. Number 2, the akofa sa aka we aba no ejina ne ma mienu so. Baako eye abra no mo pese omo timu bi adwin se economy na ye ne wade bi a ye de hwe ye friend no inflationary measure. Omo won a panie e ma inflationary measure na ba fom. Kwa am fa so won a panie ne say ye to sika fi krom ye friend sterilization ye to fi krom. Na be kai aye bo nkoko say sa sika no omo to no enye free won be wie ne ka abafie. On ka chere say ye fa asem pankodo. In fact, edu baby kwa no didi atem say ye ente economics ase. So economics classroom ye no nyina net na. And then the omaji atum say sa sika na on beto fi krom na nyama sika ni krom no sterilization no. And no na amma Bank of Ghana aboka because sika no to a utua ensi. Number 2. And it say gold purchase program between Bank of Ghana and Gold Board I ka say gold board in shisha o ma ye no e de ka bre Ghana. Na sa aka no mapia koma Bank of Ghana o say ye boa. I ka say parliament in ko hwe mo say o ma block o ma parliament hwe no. I know ma gold board be ka say o de o ma ye profit 900 million no. Say Bank of Ghana for na be atum say e ka be da o ho 9 billion Ghana cedis because of SAEC. Into 9 billion take up gold board academy. And as a gold board profit no so big. No the upper ko tisa 9 billion if you be hu asem no no kure baby a da. Na de ye kan say ya wa ban mu da. Enema na ye hu sene ye no. Ye ko ye bebre ba ko mi no be ko chima. Nti say ye kire mu bibia munya ho brase na muntie. Se say de omo ye ne say one omo say gold board kanu. Omo mfa Bank of Ghana bio. Me metumi aka kire say yenim baby omo de kwa akɔhye. No ma be pretend say e ka bia mai. Na che so mo yi kana fi Bank of Ghana kwa akɔhye baby fufo. Ba me ka kire say baby omo be hye bia ne be kire Ghana fo baby say aka na kwa akɔhye. Number 2, omo say ye ko yanim no. Sani omo to sika fi kroma na sika ni krom na ma inflation ba for minti. Omo say obi am mom safo he no. Omo nda nye bio. Metumi aka kire say as at April. So they compare last year as at April. Sika omo to fi krom na bro de omo last year. Nti so omo to aso say ya kosi afi na wie no man sisa. Afi we here die. Number boka more than 2025. Ghana na ye nyina ye dia. Yesre say ye ka bibia ma mafutu bi omo fa ho brase nye den entie. Na enema enura na ye. Omo be kan say enye no. Omo ankoye the same time meda na omo amba be ka say so omo betu ni den fofo. Omo ke kan last time say loss bi aye loss. Enye policy cost. Na fe ene omo defend policy cost. Ye de yen ka say asembone mra. Na de ayesua na no na ye kire om. Se de omo ye so man sisa na e ka be ba 2026 no. Eso say de aba 2025 we say. Na next week when him said don kuma no ye be full press conference outlining alternative measures ama Ghana for nyene o say nka ye ne wa ba mu a ka say ne be na ka fefo say ensa e ma ka we so 15 billion. Omo nya ya e be kwa kudu be 20 billion.
we say afi atwa mi so we Bank of Ghana enye ma omo ye ni omu sika sem be agina Bank of Ghana no ene agu de enti agu ni say ene Bank of Ghana eye Ghana bandia government of Ghana is the sole shareholder na aban e was aban no as the sole shareholder ni nya japade a ebetumi aso bank ni mu no ene ye sika ne ye japade nyina asa ama eka ye de no ye 55.1 billion eno ne negative equity a yewura ato forcing aka ho asem 55.1
Edikan no they was say Ghana phone nyina ate ase say Bank of Ghana accounts na omewie no omum fem beto abonten wom de akoma majority for say omum be propaganda mfa.
Yes, abusiamfo ye nyina yetie video we yi pa. Na ene the entire amatenase on the second part of the show ne say ene asema yate nsema ebobo ba abonten nyina ne say Ghana Central Bank IFN Bank of Ghana in 2025 omo aboka nko a 15.6 billion Ghana cedis. Tiemiye pa. Na so tie Sami Jamfi na sema na okana na oka kire wo say last 2024 asabio wiase amansan na ehaw wo ho aban had to intervene to make sure say betua adwumayefo ka ne na asefo Ghana Central Bank eboka 10 million na sa 10 billion na Ghana ban boka no Sami Jamfi say the Central Bank of Ghana gu into yenyi the governor of Bank of Ghana no yenyi na di abusia ene Ghana buying aboka nko a 15.6 billion Ghana cedis. Asema me bisa on say nti say papa na otio Dr. Siama yempam no anase yenye ne den. Dr. Siama no say no ono so no ye pam no anase ye manatra ho. We ye question na me bisa Sami Jamfi ene ne NDC fo. Temiye pa. Papa ni ye pam no anase ye manatra se. This is the question that I want to ask. Mislewa enkoba bia. Don't skip it. Because what I'm coming to tell you now about the Bank of Ghana. Enuna Ghana niba bia e party. Ena menoka say. The Central Bank has just announced to say they have lost 15.6 billion Ghana cedis in 2025. I'm talking about 15.6 billion. And the NDC government, they are on TV right now telling you, say, eya adie bia, eya kabia ye boy ya, e ho aba mfaso. I want you to, me pesa won tena se, na untie, ye mebe kan. Now you see how your blood, be hu kwa ya umoja, aye wo mu. Ebe sha si aye den. Anwa e wo mu. Let me give you the fact. On the 1st of May, which is yesterday, the Bank of Ghana released its 2025 audit financial statement. This is what came out. 1, operation loss. Bank of Ghana, yeah. Ajuma omo ye ne omo koba ne na asefo no. Bank of Ghana boka tieniye Bank of Ghana boka 15.6 billion Ghana cedis. In the year 2024 ne esira na Danko Akufo-Addo ne MPP aban omo ho ya hi omo nim adwuma no Ghana buying another the Central Bank of Ghana eboka only 9.4 billion. But yene difference na what the Mahama year yem. The Mahama year in 2025. Any the Nana Danko Kufuado year in 2024 mono. 6.2 billion Ghana cedis just in 1 year. Just 1 year of administration. Sasika way. He to me the complete all the agenda 111 hospitals in Ghana. Because here the Mahama and said the Kaaba country say we need 4 billion to complete all the agenda 111 across the country. And inside of us to lose this money, 15.6 billion, just for operational cost, operational loss to the Bank of Ghana, no, and keep it in the sense akura hospitals nina. Yes, negative equity. Eka. And I say, a dear woha, sabio nebuono, a japadiana ne wohono. Ghana buying a japadia ewo the Bank of Ghana hono. Kano amene Bank of Ghana na mananko kudru 93.82 billion. Temiepa Ghana buying Mahama netisui. The Bank of Ghana governor, Dr. Siama, Papana Ogu Bank of Ghana in 2016 na yasanko fanaba. Papana nanado edi na asema yewura Mahama ba ya osi ehum hia se bedi na asem yenya no. Sa papana transe ama Ghana ban ena me no kasei. Ghana ban e wo senke ebenya japade o Central Bank ho no yedeka 93.82 billion Ghana cedis. That is the second lost. Total liability. Liability. Just say, mfane say, liability, sir. Bank of Ghana. Ebeto years 2025. We are talking about 333 billion. And then another Danko Kufuado are buying so in 2024. The total liabilities of Bank of Ghana was 276 billion in 2024. Yensanko yanim na yenkoso na heard what else is coming. Sterilization liabilities to commercial banks jumped from 186% to 93.6 billion. Now, I want you to understand what are these numbers for you, for the ordinary Ghanaian, because the NDC majority is telling you don't worry. But I'm going to tell you the truth. They are actually hiding something very, very, very important from you, which I want you to understand. Answer never to us, no. If I say, Bibi, yenim yeura. Gideon Boakon, Dr. Gideon Boakon, the MPP member of parliament, time ago, and I want to quote what he said. He said, Bank of Ghana loses amount to a word transfer to banks. Because a word transfer, as it means, abra unye sikan perdiane no. Abra unye sika emfen pia o school fees. Abra wunya sika emfanye den sebo ento enuro enom no. Aban anase Ghana aban anase Ghana government, the governor of Bank of Ghana no. Efa omani sika egu bank ho na watwe no de kwaku gu the commercial banks no. And then I have sterilization, what them call liabilities. Yes, sterilization liabilities. Just Ghana buying FSC egu bank hona, no de akwa koma private banks no. Said omo in 2026, 2016, 2014, almost said the commercial, the financial sector of the country no. That is the same thing that they are doing today. Now, se okase nkrofo ebokro no, then you see the NDC, the majority is saying, almost say, do not panic. Anyway, Mansro, they are saying, say, the loss now, Sebio, about Bank of Ghana hono. Eye ekabia na wo say mo. Enam say yesi the microeconomic stability. Huh? Dr. Richmond Atuahene Echo Joy FM. One of this morning, and I'll say the lawsuits are Ghana buying enya a car Ghana buying abo ewa central bank hono. Eya hodo miensa. Baku ye currency revaluation, open market operation, and gold transactions. Now, let me translate them well. According to Dr. Richmond Atuahene, he said, Ghana spends 16.7 billion on open market operations, almost double of what Nanado did in 2024, just to bring inflation down. And they want you, I want person now more see so more the inflations outperform. But as my bisa say, asema me pese me misa ene asema me bisa omunya no ne say we spend 15.6 billion aye Ghana or money na yesika just to bring inflation down. Now still inflation no enye under your control. Now still usidi no prebiano a very value against the dollar. Now say ordinary Ghanaian so far, what exactly do we get for this so-called a car na who here say bebo? Okay, I'm on fancy ho. No more santo money so come money. I'm say the gold issues are not new. I say the gold transaction laws no, they are not new. Okay, almost 2021. Okay, we almost 2021. Kuragana buying boka. Na maybe say 2021 Ghana buying boka. DNT ayeto abama amo. Mo can say more ba. You are coming to do it better than Akufo-Addo. You are in power and you have not done nothing to change what you preached against. Okay, we almost say. Okay, we almost say. Dabi Akufo-Addo abane abanfo. And then this abante kunyama or trifane bosuno. Okay, we almost say Akufo-Addo. Okay, we almost say Akufo-Addo. Minim sa Akufo-Addo best sign about be the president PMA. I don't know. But I can understand. How can you have 93 billion negative equity? Now I can't tell them say a kabia na who here say yemwo. Say the stability by our economy numa. I remember gonna say we a clear what them call a clear description of incompetency. Mahama ene nkrofo munim adwuma omoye omunim kwa omobefa so mbe adwuma no na yenko yanim ehefa ena scandal no hye den ena omodi isiewu de omodi isiewu ne. Now let me show you the edikan Ghana buying the sika ewo Bank of Ghana hono a crash as it say now you 29.9 billion say a reduce to 12.1 billion as it say the difference between 29.9 billion no and 12 billion no difference na ewo no say sika no ayera free Bank of Ghana ho. Sasika na hene koye. Why any bit to me ama me sa answer way. Number 2. The city na nkasa no. It appreciated itself 2025 no 40%. And when a trigger the loss of 23.6 billion reevaluation loss no, on the gold and foreign assets. Otimi ye, the economy, artificial control na this for the control, sabio, dollar no, and no ne magana buying a boss aka hodo no nyina. So timi ye, I'm talking about what is very serious. Ebane saying any etimi lose sika to do it just to have inflation at 3. Apre aduane bo edene wokuru no. Why? You heard me right? The city going up actually hurt the Bank of Ghana. Ghana sika na ejina na nine so no. Ekutia Ghana mine, especially our central bank. How does this happen? Because the Bank of Ghana was holding foreign assets and gold. And when the city went up, those assets lost value in city's term. Who provided these positions? Who was the managing risk? Why any trance ASN way? After when taking consideration of the risk here, now or the Ghana of mine, so when the NDC says the losses are necessary, what they are really saying is the ordinary Ghanaian, the pensioner, the bondholder must continue to pay the price for government mismanagement. If you are watching this video and you like what I'm doing, I'll just ask you to click subscription button, like the video, share, and let the truth goes to many as you can. Now, let's go to the accountability and the questions. Who, why are you responsible for all this loss? Now here's what makes this even more disturbing. The MPP Skojo Opon Nkrumah said today, and this is direct quote. He said, yesterday, whistleblowers have become today's defenders. I, Samia Wuku, Sami Jamfinoma na omo ebom etiam at a time ago, no, and then omo defenders say whatever the government is doing is good. Think about this. He's saying the same NDC politicians who screamed about MPP mismanagement, who demand transparency, who called for accountability are now defending the 15.6 billion lost as necessary. Do you remember in 2017? Do you remember how the NDC attacked the MPP over the bank sector cleanup? When the MPP and the Dr. Bawomian and the Danko Kufuado collapsed insolvent banks, the NDC said that was a criminal. They said it was a witch hunting. They said it was a political witch hunting. Now, under the same NDC, the central bank itself has what? Has lost or has a negative 93.82 billion negative equity. Not the private bank, not a savings and loan company, the Bank of Ghana, the institution that print our money, the institution that is supposed to be the guardian of Ghana financial sector. The auditors are saying the bank can continue to operate. Fine, but operating, traveling are two different. Operating and traveling are two different things. A country cannot build prosperity on a central bank that is 94 billion red. Then, and they will say, what must happen? Ras Media's demand. This is what I'm demanding. What must happen now? Let me be clear. One, the Parliament of Ghana, or the Parliament Public Account Committee must call for the Bank of Ghana Governor, Johnson Asiama, for an emergency hearing, not routine hearing, because the 15.6 billion in 1 year is not routine. Two, the gold transactions restriction that Dr. a Tuahene mention must happen now. It must to happen now, not after another 5 years of lost. The IMF has already raised a concern about the Ghana Gold Program. We cannot afford to keep losing billions because we refuse to restructure. 3, the John Mahama government must stop bidding behind microeconomic stability. The microeconomic stability language. Tell Ghanaian the plain English, in plain English, who benefited from the 93.6 billion paid to commercial banks. Name the banks. Show the transactions. Be transparent. This is what Ras Media is asking from His Excellency John Dariga Dramani Mahama. Ghana deserves a Bank of Ghana that is strong, independent, and accountable, not one that posts records losses year after year and asks the public to applaud for that. We cannot afford to applaud for a central bank that is losing money. And so one thing here, this is what I have for you before we go. This is what I want to tell you. Breaking. The Bank of Ghana must to come out and tell Ghanaians what is actually happening. Let me leave you with this 15.6 billion. This is enough money to build dozens of hospitals, to pay thousands of teachers for years, to fix our roads, to invest in renewable energy. So doom so never comes back. If we have lose this 15.6 billion in investment, and the government is asking you to call it a necessary evil. I'm Ras Media, this is Ras Media GH, and I refuse to accept that the Ghanaian people deserve better. They deserve better government that manages their money, not one that loses it and write press release just to justify itself. Drop your comments at the comment section bottom if you feel that the excuses that the NDC are given are without senses. Yento aso na yenko yanim. Enti meso si jai o comment no e o comment section box.
Bank of Ghana, there's a report say more operational costs for last year no Oma Boka over 15 billion cedis. Then I walk out.
Edikan no they was say Ghana phone nyina ate ase say Bank of Ghana accounts na omewie no omon fem beto abonten wom de akoma majority for say omon be propaganda mfa na propaganda na mfa de akoso ne say afi 2025 na niema bi a Bank of Ghana here no maboka 15 billion Ghana cedis na ubekaya 2023 Bank of Ghana boka 10 billion abra ho twene ba ya omo kontia no omo boka 10 billion NDC phone ne homo abem no omo say eye krono kese akoso na Governor Addison no o say a permanent adwuma fa o mampani ba no say criminally mismanaged and omo ma boka 15 billion ti den yen kanchiro number 2 de akofa sa aka we aba no ejina ne ma mienu so baako eye abra no mo pese omo chimu bia adwin say economy na ye ye wade bia ye de hwe ye friend no inflationary measure no mo wona panie e ma inflationary measure na bafom kwa mfa so wona panie ne say ye to sika fi krom ye friend sterilization ye to fi krom na be kai aye bo on kokko say sa sika no mo to no enye free won be wie ne ka abafie on ka chen say ye fa asem pankodo in fact edu baby kwa no mo didi atem say ye ente economics ase so economics classroom ye no nyina na tena and then the omaji atum say sika na on beto fi krom na nyama sika ni krom no sterilization no and no na amma Bank of Ghana aboka because sika no to awutua ensi. Number 2 and say gold purchase program between Bank of Ghana and Gold Board I ka say Gold Board in shisha o maye no e de ka bre Ghana na sa aka no mapia koma Bank of Ghana o say ye boa I ka say parliament nko hwehwe mo say o ma block o ma parliament hwehwe no I nra o ma gold board bɛka sɛ ɔmo deɛ ɔmo yɛ profit 900 million no say Bank of Ghana for na bɛgye atum sɛ ɛka bɛda ɔmo hɔ 9 billion Ghana cedis because of saa nti wopa 9 billion tekɔ gold board ɛka ne mu anaasɛ gold board profit loss wode wopa akɔte saa 9 billion no fim wobɛhu asɛm no ne no korɛ baabi a ɛda na deɛ yɛyɛ ka ne sɛ yɛwɔ abɛn mu da
yes abusua yɛn nsan mmerɛ yɛkyina yɛmfa the last part of it ɔmemfa nkyeama Mia Samijasi from Hamburg. I'm a chair here. Paul Mahama is just a cheap leader to run Ghana economy with Galamsey money. I mean about Adjust I'm a chair here pa. I mean Tony Mary or say when Keno Foriata and the finance minister has run away from. But this is not an issue. Up to now, there is no clear cut of what accusation that Omuntumin can the Omupeso so you cannot use this one as a reason to talk. They are just making noise. Okay, no for that for the Ghana. Obobia manye. Sabena and this Yabaya winning election. They knew the Omoyeni Biano. It's just a way to distract you. One to say what any general country or second for the attack on a docket to Kuremame. They are just deceiving you. But I'm sorry, the NDC supporters, many of you, many at times you allow yourself to be used. Tony, enti de ho no nyameche meche oye pa minua mi sister Esther Kebadi ma wonso meche opa abusia for momento aso na yenko yanim sesi amena oka sei Ghana for a light assign ekofom biem akosombo dam na and then the backbone of Ghana electricity it's in crisis. Why? Because the equipment has been destroyed and your government what buying to Mahama now? He's silent about this. Who is going to tell Ghanaians the truth? I will do it right here. Right now, I'm going to tell you what actually has happened. Maybe can't the SC INAM Sunti INA light. Let's go straight to what is happening in Ghana's power grid. In Ghana's power. What is happening? Ghana's power grid is collapsing. Again, under Mahama administration, the Akosombo hydroelectric dam, which produces a major portion of the Ghana electricity, has been hit by a fire. Equipment damaged, capacity reduced, and yet the energy minister waited days before making a statement to the Ghanaian public. Now, Semobe Kaya and this in Hamza Suhuni and the NDC went on saying, they are doing maintenance, routine maintenance. Akosombo is on fire and they are calling it routine. That is an insult to every Ghanaian who sat in darkness in 2015 and 2016 and is sitting in the darkness again today. This is an insult. Now, let me show you a timeline because date, date is it matters a lot. And Ghanaian people deserve to hear the truth. In early, Timiyepa, I feel where I will mean, Nashasiano, the Water River Authority, say there is a problem with the Akosombo infrastructure. Early this year, early 2026, and I share that ball. A binary man say there is a problem at the Akosombo Dam. Sasem we are making a documented. Sasem we a public record. But my question may be say, who received that warning? Why na sa warning no ekonanim? Why and I hear day ye shed an anti-corn and chenko bona manye. Na sa nipa na ekoka ekobona manye no. Dien and or you're the far home. While the government, abroad the Ghana government, the government of Ghana today is out there busy celebrating economic growth figure. And yes, they love to quote us say Ghana, a GDP figure is growing by 5.5. The physical infrastructure of this country was deteriorating. You cannot eat the GDP numbers when your factory is shut down because there is no light. You cannot drink GDP, TME, when your hospital generators fails because ECG has failed you for the eighth time this month. Saying the name Kamal Dina Abdullahi or say electricity in Ghana is not only unreliable, it is expensive. Ghanaians are paying more and getting less and being told to be patient. How long must we be patient? Mahama came to power promising to solve Dumso, not to continue with Dumso. But now, what is going on? And then echo. Before we continue, I say answer ebe komuni ewure mono. Me pese menkan adie bi nchiro. This is what I'm quoting directly from His Excellency John Mahama in 2024, before the election. He said, and I quote, "When I come back, Dumso will be a thing of the past." Remember that, because what I'm about to show you next will make you feel, ashamed. Now let's go deep into it. The truth is that the NDC government inherited a power sector that had been stabilized under the MPP government. Terminal plants were running. The IPPs, independent power producers, they were paid. The Akosombo Dam reservoir was being managed, and now the IPP debt are mounting again. What does Sumune say? Let me tell you the truth. And I could say, "Oh, light now to who know." A Ghana bind into me, Sikantia, or more produce Caniano, on to me, Sikan for Piaonka. The VRA, Voter River Authority workers, they are also raising alarm. Apart from say the independent power producers, Munya or Musikano, the VRA also is, the workers too are crying. Say they are not being paid. They cannot get their salaries. And the energy minister is going on TV to give excuses, transformer replacement and schedules and the Dunsona woman. It is not about transformers. So this is about the government that spent the entire election campaigning and lying to Ghanaians about the readiness to govern. They had no plan for the energy. They had no single plan about our economy. They are now proving it, and Ghanaians are the one paying the price. And now let's go. And now let me tell you something else. Why Asiedun Katia and the ECG are telling you to stop lying about Dumso? Yes, the NDC own General Secretary is now fighting with ECG. The lies are still off in your homes, in your house. That tells you everything you need to know about who is in charge of this situation. If this information is opening your eyes, please just like the video, subscribe, and hit the love button. Now let's go deep into it. Now, some will say, but Ras, this is a structural problem. It started before Mahama, and I will agree with you. Ghana energy problem is a structural. It is about underinvestment going back decades. It is about the fact that Ghana industrial ambitions are outpacking what the grip can supply. Dr. Joshua Zito is right. We need AI. We need the modern investment. We need innovation. Because here that Dr. Baumia Kai says here to Abaman be president here. Well, what is going on in the energy sector, and he was willing to bring in solar panels were cutting the cost of electricity in the country. Yantiasie, yes, ye pedocono, and then chinam and idea, and a koto about the Mahama, and any. Either way, John Mahama and the NDC must be held accountable for this. They must be held accountable now, not tomorrow, not after another inquiry. It's now that the Mahama administration might explain to Ghanaians, say, I didn't hear any time that he comes in power, Ghana suffer from doomso. Why? Yeah, Naset Ken, Michelle Yepa. John Mahama must explain to Ghanaians, how come any time that he is in power, our energy sector goes in trouble? Now let's go. So here is where I stand. This is what they are measuring here. This is where I stand. The Akosombo fire is not just a technical incident. It is a symbol of government that was not ready, or of a president who made promises that he cannot keep, of a country that deserves better than what is getting now. Ghana deserves a government that manages infrastructure, that pays its debt to produce power. A government that genuinely invest in the energy sector before the crisis comes, because the crisis doesn't know neither NDC or MPP. Here is Rush Media. If you like the video, you can touch the subscription button, like button, so that you become part of this beautiful family. I was here and some media brewi one kasa ubetumi atranse ofie na wadwene ho na wababai ho na wahu de ko some meka ye nyina profudo do meka ye nyina asikyire nyina ne se dum so na ye wo mu ene e wo man no no ayesi MPP fo na kotwa jatum yesi prambre bi e na akote wa ya bim eyentro eyenkontompo. The reality of the fact is say nkrofo na omo produce light energy in the Ghana ECG Greco no. The Ghana government is not paying them and they are shutting their plants down. Akosombo dam no incident na esi ho no. It is because of recklessness. You can't say. Because John Mahama was alerted. He was informed many time ago, said there was a problem at the Akosombo Dam, but they refused to go there because they don't care. They don't care. The Omuhian say, Omubeti on mining sikano, and the akoye stability of inflation. Now omoti dem omobo munsem emo. That is what they care. Because enka omofa ho a abra wa wo so ba be 24-hour economy ntinu uhia light. Even as you don't get your promise, companies said they are going to give them a cheaper light in the night. Say no krepa enka inside of John Mahama to sit in the Jubilee House and enjoying, he would have go to the Akosombo side when he was informed, said there was a problem there, but they never took any consideration of that. And then they see transformers and omo fix it. Bra omo boa omo de ka omo ntumi ntua me ka ne yie na wate ne yie e ka na omo de. But the only say because many of those power producers na omo kronum no, they were brought in by the NDC government. So mbekai bra yete say NDC aban akofa take or pay abano. That time among the many power producers by Omainum. And because they are people that were brought in the country by the NDC, they are not talking about it. But they don't want to continue producing because they are not earning money. The government is not paying them. That is the main reason why you are sleeping in the night, in the dark. Even though yaba utia sika, even though okoto yaba can say okoto 1 liter of petrol biana yeju 1 cedi no, you are still sleeping in the dark, and they cannot pay for the IPP people. But and this neighbor see you see a brosana do wakra and amalat wayena. And this neighbor see and the MPP for aqua share kosumbo or poa. It's a lie. Yes, MPP for Premier Juma or ECG, they are sabotaging the government. The truth of all is what I have told you here. That is point blank. Yet also me no. Sasika na ayira wo Bank of Ghana hono. Now me I don't know why John Mahama will give such honorable position to a thief. Kromfo a sebio yedina kojina nipa doma nim se wa bokro no. Na John Mahama timi hwe nipa nyina nim epaja Ghana man yesika ne ye bank ne yesika korabre enyuma nyina de kohye kromfo nte saa ne nsa. Ebeye den na neba ne nkoni bone so. Into that 15.6 billion lost no. A mismanagement because ye PSC can go the private banks no. Temiye. Another the bank I can say the financial sector clean up no. Then the central bank and an it was the private banks and an edeka. And Nadia, I was central bank and edeka. Odia Trahose Bibiako ye. Odia Traho. Meso Odia Traho se Bibiako ye. That is what they want to tell you. They want you to believe that everything is going on well. But till you find yourself, then you are in the ditch where you can never and ever rise up again. Abusia Medin any Ras Media GH. My beautiful life not to usu to me free. Now watch the wadring. Afadi ebeka yo.
Unso ko boy roda. World Bank sika nyo no nya hwi. Obi. You were landing beach. I know na stone. I say breakwater. Yeah. I know na buana stopping waves, tidal waves. Obi. Onim say NDC for ko catch teshi for ni fisher folks. Afai for say anytime obi be isuo be for obi ana bibi no. Eye landing beach no kobo ebe ye ni nti. Ena sebi unso obi bibia say won epuno no kobo. Enti afai for no bisa say yembra na yembe tutu bo no $10 million project. Yembe tutu
in free ho. What project na man ko fo wu nsuo.
Obi and now we do kasai high tide is so high tide ba obi ani teshia is so ere be say na
bibia
first no is so to obeti na afra MP is so be so muniama point am here ni say one of the things that is dangerous about the NDC I am me bompa say nyame mboa ni say ade a wa ya boa nipa no otimi ma nipa sorry ti ade no because of politics it obi me sire Ghana for good news I want ni say number 1, Dr. Koboy, yebe kosu aka ama NDC pressure. Na sika was on tia na yentofa anwu na munya light no. Okoboy beka na munsanya den enka light no. But omuntie mi o aban bi wo power. Nipa o ma aban no na hokeka ekosru aso da o sorry e yo mo mo den opposition. But o tie mi atie mi. Enti so Koboy eka se aban we mfa sika na waji wo yensem enkotofa anwu na yensanka electricity mpacho tie mi okobo ka amawo ena good news nye be ka amamo se na kufa do hwehwe sika se na Dr. Baum ya na kufa do hwehwe sika for 8 years munya kane ade yeduma no ye be sure say ye be yiri aban wei na wa hwehwe sika na kane anu ya so amamo Obi uhwe ye honorable na waba no onse ni light na ya dum ntikra ni ankata ye no na aye we kakra Obi nana welcome me come Ghana for Obi enti bato utiemia Dr. Koboy nim say o fridge no niaba na ewo mu no say enti Koboy ma wati ase say aban we se na Akufo-Addo ni Dr. Bawumia de bia pay sika ma ye tua sika ma ye nya fa nwo ma onya electricity no ye ntie sa python ana cobra na mo ka no ye be yiri wo ama mudi sika to fa nwo aye sure se unsaba electricity na mpacho another good news e wo ni say anopai me di Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia bonkomo obi na Dr. Bawumia anopai oka bibi ma meniji o si Dr. Koboy the objective of the MPP will not be to only provide stable power. It will be to provide affordable power. Obi, tedemi kanu. And this electricity pena yebe ye mweju wa magana fo. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ebe yesu say sa 24% na electricity na ya tusu as I say uto electricity na adi cheaper na credit na sano. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say yebe ye jumadin ama renewable energy na wo ye mix no mu ebe kosro pa chain combustion before for commercial thermal plant ebe man no ide aba form obi e na ye ka say omo na omo so omo nim economy chichire no na Akufo-Addo gemu sika 25% less aba we osi wa be no or the taxes over 25% increase about electricity obi eni so mu we won obi osi ya ye jikakra no ye sabi ye ni mejuma no oba ye no osari bia ye den atoso na obi electricity otusua people don't know it can create unemployment because companies bebre the reason why a lot of companies relocate to Ivory Coast obi Ivory Coast companies bebre say Ivory Coast omoko
Amimia Erika Dunsi amemwakwa here but it has been very long time I was saying to us Ras Media GH a new page on Facebook. The
first thing they quote is the cost of electricity. Ivory Coast electricity is way cheaper for industries than in Ghana. Before even a 24% increase. Now the Obi only say increases are in this budget so far no and then one of the most skillful name at maybe a football team remember atu na striker. Obi atu force Okoboy say World Cup ayekoi ye person him win pansha goals the best person to be the striker for the Black Stars honorable atu force Obi didn't say because or you the only finance minister Obi or cancel tax more or kind budget already but be Jessica or ha who budget na so be chira wotua and the professional skillful striker and the doom so levy 4 cedi per gallon atu anka we bia already budget man buy one mokola nyina obi me for mokola no man get space obi ayi ni ntuma to form atu beji utu dey na esi obi asi atu atwa 11 andi na wotwi me for mokola obi ayi di me si dey na esi om si atu abeji na ade obi atu aji 4 cedi per gallon every Ghanaian. He didn't read it in the budget. Electricity 24% increase. Are you aware say electricity consumer for the first time in Ghana's history? Yes, I think committee say yes, say meter no na tia na and I have buying charges. Obi, are you aware? Obi, me see. By the way, what was the outcome of the committee now?
No,
okay. Yes, certain committee bia aban say on say sika dodo na say and this aban eju e ho no e meter no na enye papa na aban no sika rate awa set no tire or dia chichi meter no e na mo ye din report e by dey
e mai so far ente ho
yebi uko chambers into one who papa say Dominic Tum. There was a recent report that there was nothing wrong with the meters. The meters are sacrosanct. In fact, the meters are without blemish. The meters are without fault. They are impeccable, Obi. But for say something is without blemish and I am impeccable. Just a sinner. Ye chichi no factory ni sana eti mono. Now so sena dientia o tiemia. Dientia auto electricity enche na asane say aban wei achichiri meter no ama bona kosro ama rate na kosro by over 24%. Just a first uti 100 cedi a week aban no ama akọ 124 Ghana cedi. Obi pacho what say 100 to 124. And and Joby me come shows where so breaking news committee na ko hwehwe meter no mo yes meter no nyina crown problem no NDC aban na aboy ka obi na ojiska we nyina free ensem now we are close to 14 billion. This government has raked in almost 14 billion Ghana cedis. Let me greet Honorable Tampuli. Obi, he is my senior when it comes to energy. And I pay him a call for lectures. Obi. I see this government has collected over 40 billion from ESLA, the energy sector levy, plus the Doomsday levy. Meanwhile, you have outstanding debts of $700 million. You've not been able to knock out these debts with this money. What are you using the money for, Obi?
But sir, Omudi country are $1.47 billion last year in legacy debt.
Obi, now only legacy debts are able to here. Come legacy debts. Obi, let me show you where the money is. Obi, when you go to page 182 of the 304 documents 2026 budget, you will see MDA's expenditure. When you go to Ministry of Defense, about when the Sika and do 2.532 billion Ghana cedis. Down payment for plane 6. Politicians in Shia dear cry. We are gonna know Timia. Sika was saying from share energy mu na me no nya kaniano. And this ya buy Edi Sikano air to your place. Messi Afiwe honorable upon challenging me. And this ya buy air to your 2.532 billion Ghana cedis. First payment. Next year, at 3.532 billion Ghana cedis. Wow. A government that preached on coming to solve Ghanaians' problems can commit close to 6 billion Ghana cedis to buying planes in 2 years. Obi, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia will realign our priorities to our needs. Obi, Messi Mikana, Jesse Mwaya Mobo, Omaya, Osi Onye Ska, or the Bay Hospital, Omaya, Osi Onye Ska, or the Bay Gas, when you say it's West Africa Pipeline Ska, yet you must ka, Nina Kauna Ebreno. Sour mine, Naobi, look, I'm saying it on a show. They don't want Ghana, Ghana for better, but Okobo may catch them. Messi end this way, or just 6 billion. Eddie Akoto played 6 in 2 years. In fact, by the time I ever do 2029, now end this by actually 30 billion Ghana cedis. Now be only to make away. Sasi cano brofo freno. The my friend is saying
opportunity cost.
Oh, Obi. The meaning say law no apart from law. Say na what's our economics, Obi. Because we MBA my first year program and I train me. The money they are invested in place. Sika anka betimi ama o tiemia anka ubenya kamia anajowe.
Okay.
It will be running up no. Ghana for me see achia na say buye. Say dey ye the pressure be ma NDC aban na watofa ngo obi odi ne ka wetua ama yanya kanea. Ba sem dey we chi ni say yembo mpan nyame ma yenkwa na Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ba na electricity no apart from say ensabeka no a bono aside akofom
me da say Dr. Bernardo Koboy and your training can you see saying so 5 2 akoye
papa
e share na ache
na say na niam aju in
yemfo no doso o say ni nyina say the jawa na e dey
no go say me call St. John's first year na my house prefect no
oh
yeah no house 1 St. Francis house not my house prefect no obo me ho by too na
me show you o show
minister on Nimsika do our finance minister G. Is it the case? Is it that the finance minister doesn't tell the energy minister? Because Yankasa finance minister GC can one fund good consolidated fund NBB. Because Yankasa, if you read section 3 very well, it says that the minister shall cause to open and maintain an account to be known as the energy sector support account. So there's a specific account to it. Sure. And when the specific account and the amount of money realized, definitely is the energy minister who will be the implementation authority. And see, is it the case that the finance minister is the only person who know and the energy minister doesn't know, like I said, this is the first step. If they respond, or when they respond to the RTI, and I get the angle that they are coming from, then I'll take it from there. But what I do know, and the reason I'm a Ghanaian, here 1 cedi per litre is to keep our lights on, and now our lights are not on. It's to reduce our the prices of fuel at the pumps, and now the prices of fuel at the pumps have not been reduced drastically from what was inherited. And see, the question is, the energy ministry need to report to us or need to tell us what the money is being used for. Now, a case says that based on arguments now will refer me to some sections of the EFLA in terms of reporting. Say, Finance Minister Bejis Kano, that's the kind of one catcher energy minister say, oh, yeah, yes, the NTG way, now at IPPs. Now where the Jew doom so say your problem we have how the first solving the BB. Now can say on him on to me on catcher energy minister. I don't think so. And if that is the case, if they try to go in that angle, that would be even a more serious matter for us Ghanaians to look at it, because it could directly be a misappropriation of funds, because the funds is for specific instructions. And that is why a special account was opened for it.
Yeah, I get you. I mean, my only point of departure because we care about accruals and the receipt of that money, is done by the Ministry of Finance, and then it will be transferred into that special account. The Ministry of Finance becomes the source. The total accruals are, and that's why the Act is specific about the role of the Minister of Finance. And nothing soon a report about Parliament. A free Ministry of Finance, and not the Ministry of Energy. And that's my only point of view. But I said, trying the response from the Energy Ministry, and then you can advise yourself. You will see how I name why.
Okay.
Yeah. In the BBN, I best about bidding Comobio. Why?
Yes, thank you, But about idea way, we have to get to the bottom of it.
Oh, sure.
Why are we paying 1 cedi per litre, 4 cedi per gallon, and yet our lights are off?
Sure. Very well. I think it's a legitimate call. Into why?
All right, thank you.
That's a pa. Into the Honorable Abib Idrisu, 9.4 billion Ghana cedis.
Okay, now 2025.
15.6 billion Ghana cedis.
Also minority.
The majority.
Majority.
In the MP for Sagnerigu and Finance Committee member Ata Issa, essay in a press conference, say government interventions have helped reduce inflation, lower lending rate, and stabilize the city, making the economy more resilient despite global tensions. And he is arguing, say, all of these efforts to stabilize and transform the economy, and a Namsoma Bank of Ghana incurs our losses way of 16.7 billion Ghana cedis. It's also an issue on the table. Yes.
Just a loss, no. So Uboka Kessia Wabomodi. Obi. Na Sebio, they say, I'm on your phone. Sebio, school no muka, Omobun is a Ghana for Chese. Obi, Menu, Yedija.
Yes.
Now me boka 9 billion, now over 15 billion. Wabomodi Jamie.
So, no 15 billion or the year, Nioma.
Na Obi cannot boy, no, or the ministry. Obi, Mami started with do so. Hey, Chroma, Niama basic Chroma, Dr. Obi. In fact, Mamin Chair Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, the next president of the Republic of Ghana, inshallah, by the grace of the Almighty, and by the support and prayers of Ghanaians.
Okay.
Obi, Ankawama lost we cry baby scatter me thoughts. Say, yeah, you see ya bon. Sebi yen hunyama no yesi adisi yesi yen goje o kan say o si yen chi adisi na obi poka 9 billion na o say yen arrest no adisi no anyo no na ye call the fee ko breaking into the fee no governor adisi na adisi boka 9 billion na enu nti yesi on goje
empon yen tre me but person men connect so be ya sound na e beti na ye yeah, am I ready? But me person me file said there. There be a me number me connect to my machine that I said be our sound na ye beti na ye. And me were chili say won't Tim and Kankran still animal chida meet you. Why? Yeah. So the bear dobe can be an everything year. Yeah. Just a minute. Nanto here.
Yeah, word back na yetin in Kanikusi saying 37 minutes after 5 0548 443 523 0548 443 523 na ode o messages no afa so abre ebejemre na yakan amao ma mema the honorable Kofi Bente Akwaba MP for Session constituency. Honorable Akwaba na eteseng Eshia na ache Jumano so
Obi wanga se ko ya headquarters be frɛ no na se na niam aju
Info no doso. O se ni nyina.
Because St. John's first year na my house prefect no.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, house 1 St. Francis house, not the house prefect no. Obo me ho by too man.
Me show you also
Minister on Nimsika do our finance minister G. Is it the case? Is it that the finance minister doesn't tell the energy minister? Because the finance minister just can one fund good consolidated fund BB. Because you can say if you read section 3 very well, it says that the minister shall cause to open and
show BBR said one me a rubber sumi for room. You remove Friday no, but at least a full from run to be a bit at the end of the emblem my. Miss Amafo, Mitia Bra Anthony so. I hope to send who you may and can't check a crowd. Miss Amafo, NDC for no. Wọ́n yọ ọmọ sẹ́ abúlé bi náà ọ̀dáadáa no no sẹ́ yẹ kọ́ pọ̀tọ́ kásẹ̀ mẹ́rin sí ẹ̀fẹ́ ní sẹ́ kàmẹ́lọ̀ no sí ẹ̀ka ní sẹ́ mi ní sẹ́dí à ebi aborɔfo no máa ká ní yàwó a wùtí mi ní wà kọ́ lẹ́tì àmà mi. Ọmọ ti sẹ́ àdàndàní aboa no because sáà nkurɔfoɔ wei na Nana-Addo administration ẹni ẹ̀tẹ̀ soɔ no. She Juma di papa we pa omuye papa ne to say abodoma even in reality and life no untumi nye abodoma sa but this NDC people yeah Nana-Addo aban no papa but enam say omuye gentle na omu no NPP for no omu fuma ehye from Ghana no almost swallow every insult, every bitterness. Way near yeah. Not that NPP wasn't doing well. Yes. And near Matuchika Kati said you could do a kind. I bet piano. What bemono you will not succeed everything you promise your people. But and this idea, they are the most corrupt, pathetic human being around the globe. Which means the whole world know NDC, especially Germans, France. They know the character of NDC. When it comes to how to govern, they don't trust them. Just say Mahama in the public eyes, no, people think, but when you go deep down, no, people doesn't trust him. The only people are over to me know my Juma, China for. Because China, they want to collect the country. Any means of way, and so many African countries, no, it's free Western for no dija. It's quite fashion, or bet me no dijano, and no more by your I know other years in Canagum. Na bre, na woman won't show more. That is when they have control of your country. It's one more kind of Mahama, but said, but Europe, no Western, I say no money, they are kind of Mahama to me a day. And to me, you're more completely because when so prevent to us the way it's now Mahama no crab I couldn't into one a better trust Mahama. obi a wo ba first day na obeyi wo CJD so what you say enti Mahama de Ghana for edo mo nsa akoto ba bi a eni kwan se eda na ene me wura ho msamafo me wura ho se ase a president a woni nokre bonsa ho we a toxic of liar and pro no hwene na omo gina ho a omo keka se de ben we MPP for na eye we light ho asem MPP na ye kanea no omo akotwaja ensensem bebre onyini ni ade ye bisa se any fan MPP for kofaja what is so big cramp aka se MPP akotija every day be jasisi be koso bia Kevin Taylor onu abete no hoto jasisi bia be koso bia Kevin Taylor onu oba ebetete wo hoto etino eye oba accuse MPP no obi agye di nam se sabita frache tibon koso fo bi wo Ghana wo de wo kan ya say ampa chale betio chale ba no o metie zo anani bank betie yes MPP for you say o temi dasi abrawa no ma ne kentenso no wo ko on kan semo a ehu hia emma emponi nua trim ana onye ne investigation kakra o te ya no ama wa baso na baso ana ne kentenso no wo ko MDC any reliable adie bia omo de beba bo to abonten a omo kan eho te ye no kore eti de ye MPP for ka kire Mahama ne na yi ni say the way a obeje akonwa ni free ni predecessor ho no after all we see MPP ene na mutu ana muka okubo ibusa mai otuwe ya on de bia na panta den obi on kasa but me matan will show to say he knows every truth.
Yes.
But for him to spill the beans out there, a man the Chrome Ghana for as a good journalist, you weigh things and bring out the truth. Or to say or so mobeto eka. But who all been winning say Mahama ebekono o jaka eto ho.
Kakesie, ujaka kesie.
Wouldn't pass Mahama econo, or jaka to ho.
Kakesie.
Make us say, Okuboy for every pubian come. Every pukamwa, and cobe spilly beans.
Oh, I said it in Kababiaso.
But a crony yet
yeah.
The most painful thing is say, when you lead that. Nana do be conwo can send was say obeja omani diama obi de bia or accuse ni say why you say abro no no otun want to me anya sa de obeja omana ma obi a on appreciate anything na why and a Ghana for oman teaching no she kasa na nana do kana na bro for poto kasa no o kan no wo man te because na ade na NDC for you do matam kra no mo bo mo nsem na beda na do Mahama be say sa rush bro fi okogina ho kan obi betie so ati obi ante etino di omo banya ne say omo babo mo nsem say ye papa say ye bone omo babo mo nsem na so na do ka asampa na huhia da man me say mommy enko hye ne gown no me ye sofo enya sofo de bebo apo o me hye nkom o me ye odi emaye asem bia na do kai bia no abam and asem bia omo accuse na do of doing no abua kan this is what we so what you say
yeah
omo ba first day ano mo gina ho no omo ka na transformer ayira na containers ayira na yakwachi wo omo na yayi say na omo free ha na yakwachi wo mo so na transformer no ayi container na nyina wo abo
yeah
Se no omo peso omo wi o, se no omo peso omo ye dey o. Se si a transformer omo na ese so makofa ba. Se ya mpasa omo replace new transformer. Where did they get the money to buy the transformer? Do you think you can build transformer just a day or a week or a month? It takes a while. And some a transformer ababa bedru. Omo na transformer no say ya mpasa di omo kano transformer omo kofa ba. Deɛ monkɔ back na monkɔ tie gyina post on akrɔmfoɔ na on deɛ ɛda bia Mahama sɛ mmerɛ bi atwa mu na ɛwɔ news so sɛ Mahama sɛ no wɔwe ne yere o sɛ no wɔwe ne girlfriend o eti ɛm sɛ ɛda so afa ne tirim ɔnam a ɔbɛgyina abɔnten a ɔka shit nkwasiasɛm kɔ na saa akɔ na ɔbɛka wote containers na ebi containi ɛyi ɛka ne sɛ adeɛ yi wires ne ade meters na wei ne transformers. Eti me makuma mono me ye sure say bia sa transformer say ye true dia menim say minority for no omo de beba minority for no de beba because ye were the wise people omo parliament omo ye don kuma but they are the best and I hope to say some crofo we omo parliament no MPP company for mo be keep wo omo ho for quite a while amu ni omo free ho because mu yi omo free wa ebia de de ne be konsam funkra na okwa kodi okọ na ọma kwa akọ ya bom na ọma sa akwa ma muso asa aba betibie tim se nyakopon adom se mum kipu omo for at least few years so what ya ye wanyansafo kodwo pon kroma gina bonte no analyze atia utum se be ma bani ade ba ko a ye yentumi nye no se ye mfa ye hu ntwitwi pom ye ha ye ni nya ade ye mpa ye ntama konti ba ye de ni suit any tie MPP ni a the NDC for ye ko baba be hwie beans ni gina egu abonten. That is one thing about MPP omu nim se de ye ka asem so obaba be ka ma NDC ni de ye kun ni nua no obabua no ama ye kun de akoso Ghana na o pa se ayi omo say majority no muti parliament they don't know what is going on.
They know everything.
I didn't about baby majority so omo be hwehwe ni ma baba be mpene. Because they know what they are doing.
Yeah.
Because they think that they are majority in parliament, so they can do shit. Omoba young kwasi ade niema fun e de tietia Ghana for who dey so. When the peace is lying, please let it lie. Momo dia mo se mo fi sama fa Ghana for no momo ta ye catch ni kata ne. No buan kata Ghana for so just because of power be amukuta. Nanado mini insult on Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Mini insult bia. Who did the Aladia Tamkrano was na kanya sanka obana the who feels a confirm jomna or say a friend Melia Usino. Jenny baby pafo say a crama tono. Go back to me, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, I saw your autistic. Autistic, no. And near more buy you will to me yen, ye busamelia was say. Wuli Ghana ko fa ne ba ye na wawe wo no otumi ye sa niema ni bi ye bisa wo ye che autistic no brain sekuta no na wuli da no onye mu kota not even a pin damn pin melia usi ye bisa wo say autistic no hwe ne yere the most classic woman on namabonte no wo kwa ya hwe no the way she speaks in public autistic na yere no o me gina ho e me nsoto ma na so for to so o kasakwa wa but listen to the calm and the way she present herself wo me do me anu he me ye dia babo ye kwa chi ya no ye beka wo do ho kwa catch obi kun say or you autistic how dare you hwe wo kunu na wo plan na wo ja wo kunu na wo wi ade no worry ade no na wo dia komo obi foforo awe no papa no wo ye obere wo no odi akoma no wo bola goose sa no bola goose wo ka say autistic no opew o fa wo nye biri kra no do wa ye ta who fin say a confirm jom melia usi go and come again ya dikanya be ma mo won ye wi aba no me first person me baba to be catch them say me be go school in sort of school
Yeah.
my graduate was Kevin Taylor ni NPP for NDC for camp my graduate or it is this time no mo the doctor Mahmoud ba wo mia yere and now some of the doctor Mahmoud ba wo mia no ankasa be di na tema ye de be ko mo president na ni ti aye ho na tokro bia ni mo wono so ye de be ko this time because or your leader, Dr. Laj Mahmoud Bamia, or your leader, and near more by your one master and any year and any MPP from 24 years. It's unbelievable. Eh? Mahama is crying, say, Ghana for sister a German. Eh? Agenda 111, and came to me thousands of letters because a trust there. Unipa na wokofae no na dwene ye ho woda won dwene bibia ho the only thing what dwene so omla memewie o man one ne finance minister na nani se aponcheni ya mia na ya ase that is all they know to steal from Ghanaians to make why never to me dey excuse me o dey 1 cedi so they better put 1 liter. So I thought 5 liter, 5 cities.
Yes.
The 10 liter, do you know how much that person will spend in a month? Not a bit to me, but a number some frank Ghana for be adjunct, a course sewage mo, and I'm fresh call sewage mono. No, dada almost say, ye levy. Only a fool would believe what they said. Ye levy. One transaction, I want Sanisika Bia, 1 year more. Who better what you say scam? Your money still lie in your account, but who believe you NDC propaganda? Lotto, you tax and a gemono. So, Uncle Charlotte, some 100%, 10% to claim Charlotte. Would you have 10% in the Charlotte, 90% Momun Charlotte? How can you believe this just because of a move tax of Swamam or buy why any double dear mum? Aren't you stupid? Aren't you idiot? Huh? You forget how to analyze things. You forget to say, that is it. Because he has already tell you, say, you don't need digitalization, you need comic chenam. How can somebody tell you like that? A leader tell you like that for you to believe it? Huh? He was laughing at you. No, was Kromfo Mahama. Oma this kind of way. Sikano Oma che or the beer for private jet. What can you do to him? To me, anyway. Or who said or could that turn more private jet? No, so Tale one cassa from Sikano Fakotofam, Emma Wunia Ibrahim Niasumukuram Quedi, my bini. Alexate, Munina, Mogu dear Maya Ghana. How can a gospel idiot like you, Mongos to them, as often as Gugana? Now, Copon spare more. Now, as soon as for us, sorry, Momembers, I'm sorry, Cotiada, Abba, sorry, Abba to collection. So, who could do collection and you feel guilty? No feeling guilty. Debbie, Obeden will feel guilty because you have sold your conscience to the devil. And the Maya at that money, whom na mugu man na mo citizens no what's the inflation called from diabe but Ghana phone to me aduane wo bu jo mu di nyina no asai wonte say me nti say obi aba be gira ha kra marketing foreign market kra mo ka ho asem so na ado ho no na mo ka na bia how to export things to other country me Mahama me nti so mo be kra beka. Yes, Farmers Day, Friday, or said Abeno. First men. But me who and Yansapo back out to Momo Becassa. Would Jimmy out what semen? Yet, ye. And yet the piano will be cabro for over bones some man. Teacher for, or more ya dear tia MPP papa teacher for, Ghana for teacher. Woman and this is for power almost so and more that the school plan say na the show woman a cancer could force woman my woman and do school and this is for that down clan and this is for teachers at that down clan to to about farmer NDC. So what you say? I did the 1 million to share mantis box only for 5 million. And the send more money momo. And the MPP phone should be a make at the end of the mawam. Just simple because they hate Baumia. Huh? Just simple. They hate Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia. How can you do that to yourself? How can you do that to the citizen? Abraham, no, but to me, I dear no. Triple times of crash and the boss. Huh? Economist. Obetumi ayade triple times scratch and the boss. Nkamu ma papa yi ba ya nkene kaye koye nim to say you say bone. And the Ghana na tete uko fa o maya si onipa nsam a wey ye bunama ye senkoto wey what the market free to say train ya ayi na homa ba ko atia ba ko reverse ubehu na mu nyina wakoja magu baabi. And I'm planning you and I'm panso sono. Mukofane ben watching munyansa. Ghana for mumbom some mamu, my yardie. What did your kuboy kayano? Was ye love you. If it didn't answer also dear. I will add in a couple. Now then, my dear was sad about. The other buyer ye live in another one studio to say. The other buyer no. Triple than that because you know petrol 1 liter FM will come. It will be more than that. You will spend more than that. So what I say, you will spend more than 1 liter on the best fellow car. Gallon back and the best fellow. So gallon no 5 liters. How much are you paying a day? And I say public transporter can 5 liter or to sustain you for all day. Share. Ghana for Mumma yet me kasa be Fred Mabel Cremini uniform. Me Benya me catch Mr. Mato to one time me ba. Mini uniform. Yet kasa. Do you think we hate you guys? And I do think that yet here any simuki kayen and I kept them a kikayen. MPP ni bien word to be called me. What the man me cry menje. Sister my year Juma, MPP mu. And me who says can you media. If you gave me free to speak for you, I won't take it because I have respect for my country. Because maybe Sata, dear Minya Juma, the head and a wood Yamika. Yes, you can give it to him because me kasa e dia ma o magana mo. Omo tria omo system omo di adwuma nyina so this is the SK ras no mo ne ye kan say gap mu nyina. Omo tria enema e de ma omo machines. It is that utria bibi mana yes fine na but me personally I don't need it. I want my country to be the best because if it's the best Ufa flight, me tiya imagine muki kami kama fa flight ko. Eko jimeni. But abonsam forward to Sweden. Ye den any ye ko. Because like you, uti abrochira, if any free winter mo, ukotna heat. So nansa pa no wu. Huh? Nansa. Na rush sa dokru baby ya. Samelia usitu. Rashid be go baby our ham ni baby at say Mary as we sit tunu na wo sorry an odi esam bottle pio to asefum oba fun sa no wo ba wo bue wa no na wo de na na ado wo bue wa no a wo de achimfo wo bue wa no a wo de na adia samela ba wo mia. Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Foolish woman like you wo bue wo na se emma obi a every bit say borehole tokoro. Next time me be jao akopensio mi egu me ho. Next time samo ba na mo be di Dr. Mahmoud ba o mi atem anase agi atem anana na ado atem a ye de be me mam boza because Kevin Taylor wa my certificate of insult. because no one you only no man no see say you can say akwa jimina na no pacha say ebini a yetiem na o si Kenya ho baby no omo ne graduate degree this time yen hwemo na mo TikTok ne Facebook ne na hifa na mudi na ado atem no ngwasiafo ma Mahama no ebuzamu see a TikTokers for no munya like shoot too bude tane na killing as na mudi estowus watem mo mudi akam akwa na waya saka popo no Sam George kukuru bini mo mudi waya mo wama mudi tano epode kwa we ya say hello we are out of service me wa ha say me wo we ya kan say ya na mo friend simple they would to me use Romy.
Okay.
But to me, 5 million goods to me free. Huh? For what? Romy, me will be. But to me, 3 million, 5 million, mean to me, free. Why? Because Sam George has solo Misika, the most foolish guy Mahama have ever pointed. No, sorry, Mudin tumu hananado. Mude galamse. Galamse na nanado koye no galamse ni ho. That is what shows that madjene tete Mahama mkuko buono. Madjene etete ame miam. Mo ye mwa mo bina mo koto abade Mahama mo ye mwa. Ka ayi we kwasia na wote ye friend ayi no workers capital smart. Na nim se abosia ye tietie mu. No no kwa de ne maami asam kura menka because me hu no physical antimenka. Ade bone wo ade fun a sa na eba. So what you say? Na ka oba kan wo be ka sama kire panyine a woni wo age ya ye pa ka oba fra kwada no no waka kire say da bi me ba. Wo ka sa fidie kese so. Opanyine no bia me ni age ye pen kasa so enam kwasiasam mo ba kwa akotena ayi ene ya titina wayi waye se olutufbo no ya titina waye se oluftubo mo sa se dasan a ye mia ne hwe dasan mo san komra biom ene ye di ka ka che no se mo ba na mo bedi Ghana fo mpanifo atemo a enye necessary enye ade a edi nkuntuo beba o manum a mo president mo manu nkoto petro enfan fele gaten ono ena la so beka say ayi ship anchor akwa ayi pipeline mu wasaba wode fufuro oba Mahama is the ho etreno aye ho Mr. Bafu me ko why bye Mahama is the ho is the ho and this is the ho etreno yina ye ho Mr. Bafu good night.
Good night to you, Ave. Papa said you be kubio. I wish I for you, I'm yesterday at Kano. Hey, firebrand. Hey. Fire brand. The big firebrand. The big firebrand. I'm yesterday and I attend Kano. Aye. Yeah. Says another call. Yeah, Bushan I said me the mobile here. Now it's not my sign up. Now come say me frame you about but I cannot call because your frame will actually so have to run. Here the camera in check and see mammy Aquia Monica. I mean or say Anthony. Papile Michao Erika Duncia Michao Nasset Ken Michao Sami Jasi Michao Yepa. You about just say also Michao pa. Sansona Tony Mary. I order a crack or Taba Yobusian Bibia to the team. Michao Tony. And then Yamicha also. Aye. The church out of 4 munya kwenya e ba ye mo amolake ye mo amoshare ye mo amo comment ye mo amo support ye ma program we to me e be ye program papa me de mo besi a bibinti na nkopon ya aduma ochina I cannot come. I have a particular duty tomorrow, but on Monday at exactly 7:30 Italian time I will be here on Ras Media GH. Message says I won't subscribe to this channel. ma online more to na subscribe na bɛka busuakuo no ho on like video na ayɛ ma me ayɛ ma me aso ameka nso sɛ yɛwɔ live nso ɛwɔ Facebook finally bitimi kɔ live ɛwɔ Facebook ɛna ɛwɔ live nso ɛwɔ YouTube TikTok de yɛnya hyɛ aseɛ nkɔ live Ras Media here phone you are the TikTok this time here phone they are the TikTok say there YouTube Facebook yatima connected yɛayɛ deɛ ɛbɛyɛ wɔ background ɛyɛ adwuma paa ama finally yɛtumi connecting to betu ahwɛ mo YouTube anaasɛ Facebook na bibia akɔyie na bere bi a mɛba live no wo nso wanya me videos ɛne me commentary no ayɛ dɛ ebi atie ɛnɛ part of my content was in English mepɛ sɛ menya feedback from you if my content in English form na ɛyɛ good anaasɛ it is better in Twi mɛtwɛn sɛ saa nneɛma wei nyinaa mo bɛ comment ɛwɔ comment section box wɔ mede mo bɛsi ana ɔkyerɛ nyankopɔn yɛ adom ɔkyerɛ akyi ahoɔdere ba mu a yɛbɛsi ahyia wɔ ha ɛha ɛyɛ Ras Media GH akra mo nyinaa until we meet again adios.